everybody to the February 16th Design Review Board meeting for the City of Sebastopol. Welcome, everyone. Let's see, I've got an important notice regarding City Council Design Review meetings. This meeting is being conducted utilizing teleconferencing and electronic means consistent with the state of California executive orders regarding the COVID-19 pandemic. Live streaming and Zoom is being utilized for this meeting. In case of technical issues, meetings will be uploaded to the city website as soon as possible after this meeting. We'll be conducting today's meeting in a virtual setting using Zoom. Design Review Board members and staff are participating from remote locations, practicing appropriate social distancing. Members of the public may view and listen to the meeting by Zoom as noted in the city's website and noted on the agenda. Members of the public wishing to speak may do so during the public comment or may comment on agenda items during the discussion of each item and must be logged into Zoom to do so. Anyone using abusive, vulgar, offensive, threatening, or harassing language, personal attacks of any kind, or offensive terms that target specific individuals or groups will be muted and removed from the meeting. Please do not abuse this new way of providing public comment. So after that, let's dive into our meeting here. Can I have a roll call, please?
Yes, I will start the roll call right now. I did receive a notice from Christine Level, who will not be in attendance of tonight's meeting, so I just want to make that clear. So we'll go on to the next person. Carrie Bush.
Here.
Marshall Balfe.
Muted.
Marshall, I see you're here. I think you're muted.
There.
There he is.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Great. I'm here.
Thank you, Marshall. Vice Chair Lars Landberg.
I'm here.
And Chair Ted Wood.
Present.
All righty, thank you very much.
All right, got that taken care of. Thank you for that. Approval of minutes. We have some old minutes to approve. Looking back, we've got October 20th. Let's see, who was present there? Looks like it was myself, Lars, Carrie, and Christine. Let's see, 3 of the 4 of us are present. Is that enough to approve minutes? That is, right?
Yes.
All right. Anybody have any comments from the meeting minutes from October 20th?
No comments.
No comments.
I had no comments. Then can I have a motion for approval of those minutes, please?
Sure. I'll
Sure.
make a motion to approve the minutes of October 20th, 2021.
Sounds good. Can I have a second, please?
One second.
All right. We have a motion and a second. Any comments or any discussion? Let's go ahead and call the question. All in favor of approval of the minutes, please raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right.
For ayes, those minutes are approved as noted.
Excellent. And then our next set of minutes is for the March, going back even further, March 3rd.
I think
No.
Is that,
that's
different. I'm
right.
sorry. Hang on a second. The other minutes are for something more recent. Let me find them.
January 5th.
There we go.
Yep.
Minutes of March.
It says minutes of March 3rd, 2021. I had to
It
kind of
does.
confirm that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's throwing me off. All right. Well, I guess that's our first comment.
Any discussion?
Small dissertation on those minutes too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, those minutes were extensive.
Yes.
But I think it tracked the discussion as I recall it. Did anybody have any comments about those minutes?
No.
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 Everybody good on that? Okay. And same was true here. It was good job, whoever took those minutes. Um,
Indeed.
can I have a motion to approve, please?
Sure, yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of January 5th, 2022 minutes.
Sounds good. Can I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, I'll assume that there's no further discussion. Let's call the question. All in favor of approval of the minutes of January 5th, please say aye and raise a hand. Aye.
Aye.
All right,
The 4 ayes with the change of the minutes to January 5th of 2022 as opposed to March 3rd of 2021.
that would be lovely.
Thank you very much.
All right, so we've taken care of that little bit of business. Planning Department, Matt, update on matters of general interest. Anything fun going on?
Yes, so the March 1st City Council meeting, we'll be having our housing element draft study being presented by our consultant who's working on updating our general plan housing elements. That's done every 8 years. So I would recommend those of you that are curious about housing and within city limits of Sebastopol to attend, provide any comment if needed. I know that they're going to be opening the second round of public participation, I believe after that meeting. So if you did participate in the first one, I highly recommend to participate in the second one. And that is all that I have for my planning department related items.
Sounds good.
Can I ask a question on those?
Sure.
Do you know the result of the parklet discussion at City Council last night?
I do not. I believe, I don't know which items are going to be continued to a special meeting. I believe that's being held next Wednesday. And I'm not sure if that parklet item was one of those that's being continued. I haven't had a chance to watch the city council meeting from last night yet. So, and I wasn't in attendance, so I don't unfortunately have a solid answer for you on that yet, but I can definitely delve into it and get back to you.
Okay.
I heard it was deferred to the planning commission.
Yeah, I attended that meeting, and it was deferred to the Planning Commission. And I can't remember, they were discussing making the one in front of the parklet in front of Retrograde and Sunshine Cafe permanent, because that was the one that they hadn't received any negative feedback on. And I can't remember whether they punted all 3 back to Planning Commission or just the 2.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're more informed than I am.
Yeah, I just happened upon that meeting, so.
Gotcha.
Let's see, moving on then. Comments from the public regarding items not on the agenda. Did we receive any comments from the public, or is there anybody in attendance that just wants to say something about items we are not going to be discussing tonight?
The planning department did not receive any comments that are not on the agenda for this.
All right. I'm not seeing any raised hands or people frantically waving, so we will move on. Statement of conflicts of interest. Anybody have any conflicts?
I do with one of our items on the agenda. So Zach Garanoni was a potential client of mine and did not end up being a client, and then we've been in discussion about another potential project. So I'm going to recuse myself from that one of the 2 items.
Sounds good. Thank you for letting us know.
Yeah, and for full disclosure too, I checked the 500-foot radius to our personal property, and we are barely right out of that limit. So in case anybody didn't know, we did the check based on city record.
Thank you.
Got it. Okay, so let's move on to our agenda items. So we've got a couple facade improvement program applications. So can I have a staff report? Do we want to do them both staff report, or we want to do them one at a time?
I think we'll start with the Abbott Avenue one first, and then
Okay.
move on to the Keating Avenue one after that, just so we can do the correct voting and motions and whatnot.
Okay.
Not kind of muddy the things up with Lars having to recuse himself.
That'd be great.
Okay. So the first application that we have is from Zach, requesting a facade improvement plan program to update the exterior lighting with new energy efficient LED floodlights. This project has been quoted out to $1,112.35 as prescribed in the application. It would qualify for a rebate of $834.26. And Zach is here to provide a presentation if he has anything, or answer any questions from board members going forward.
So thank you for everyone's time today. If I may, if anyone's not familiar with the building, it's located behind the feed store and adjacent to the postal annex right up alongside the trail. We tend to get quite a bit of walkers in between the feed store and the trail at all hours of the day. Our building currently has a mix of some older LED floodlights as well as some halogen lamps. The goal of this would be to upgrade everything to energy efficient LED to provide better lighting around the premises of the building to facilitate safer, egress for walkers that are going from the trail into the downtown city center and back and forth. I had looked up a couple of options. John had suggested that I put together a presentation. I thought, man, when it comes to lighting, the sky is really the limit. And so I figured if there was a certain light temperature or wattage maximum or brightness maximum that the city would like to see, I'd be happy to find a suitable one and represent that. The ones that I chose were just highly rated, well-known brand in a bronze color that would be complementary to the taupe color of our exterior of the building.
Sounds good. And are these lamps going on 4 sides of the building, 2 sides of the building? What sides are they going on?
3 sides of the building.
3 sides of the building.
Real quick, I'm going to move Lars to the waiting room so we can, so he's properly recused himself.
Got
Just
it.
1 second.
Great. Thank you for doing
Sorry
that.
if I jumped right into it.
No,
that's okay.
No worries. Okay, we are good to go. I just want to let everybody know that I've moved Lars to the waiting room since he recused himself from this project in particular.
That sounds good. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 sides of the building. So I'm guessing north, south, and west.
Yes, sir.
And do we know the color temperature of these lights?
Yeah, they are rated at 5,000 K.
5,000 K. Okay, so that's kind of the daylight
Correct.
sort of version.
Not blue, not yellow, kind of right in between.
Gotcha. Anybody else have any other questions?
That was my question. What was the Kelvin?
Marshall, any questions?
No.
Okay. I think this looks pretty straightforward. So thank you for the discussion. I'm going to call it back to the board for discussion amongst ourselves here. Thoughts, people?
I'm sure they need light, and it'd be probably great for security. I just didn't know the Kelvin, and I think probably daylight series would seem appropriate. Generally, we're always pushing for no more than 3,000 in downtown environments, but considering this a little offbeat and probably a little more wooded in that area, it seems probably maybe more appropriate to go higher in the Kelvin.
A little bit brighter.
Daylight series, yeah.
Yeah.
My thoughts.
I agree with that. One more question for you, Zach. Are these on timers? Are these on motion sensors? Are these on all the time? How are these regulated?
They're all on the same circuit that's powered by the building and will be set on a dawn to dusk, but they won't be on like a light sensor. They'll be on a physical timer that's coordinating dawn to dusk on that same circuit.
Gotcha.
Or dusk to dawn, I should say.
Dusk to dawn. Sounds good. Thank you for that information. Any other questions or comments by board members? And if not, this seems like an appropriate use for this. It fits within the guidelines of this program, and it seems like a fairly affordable thing as well. So that's a nice thing. So if everybody's in agreement, will somebody throw a motion on the table for us?
Sure, be glad to make a motion to approve the project as submitted.
Sounds good. We have a motion. Can I have a second, please?
I'll second it.
Sounds good. We have a motion and a second. I assume there will be no more discussion, so let's call the question. All in favor, please raise a hand and say aye. Aye.
Okay,
All right.
I have 3 ayes. That motion passes.
Sounds good. Thank you very much. Thanks, Zach, and look forward to seeing some nice lighting out there.
Appreciate it. I look forward to it as well.
All right.
Thank you, Zach.
Thanks.
All right. Now we can free Lars from his incarceration.
All right, Lars, welcome back.
Thank you. I missed
Sure
you
you got-
guys.
Sure, you got a lot of work done.
I was just sitting here staring at the screen.
Just waiting to be back. All right. So our second application is 7190 Keating Avenue. Looks like a new garage door
Correct.
for that building there.
Mhm.
Like to give us a stat, it looked pretty straightforward. Do we need a staff report?
No, it's pretty much what we have there in the project description in the minutes. There's the door will include aluminum frame with translucent glass. The project has been quoted out at $10,000, $10,555 as described in the application, and would qualify for the maximum rebate of $2,500. And Michael is here to provide any comments or questions that the board might have for his project.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
if I-
Thank you.
I can just say a couple of things.
Sure.
The rolling door that is there is actually falling apart as of a month or two ago, and it's been there, I think, since the building was probably built and the French Laundry was running in the building. So I was trying to get not only just to deal with replacing the door, but I know that in the Barlow and other places around Sebastopol, these glass rolling doors are kind of popular. And it also helps the inside with Farm Fresh as the tenant there, provide some light during the day. And so it will reduce their lighting a bit. And yeah, that's it. Just, I came across this facade improvement program after having already gone into the process. So I just thought I'd give it a shot and see if the city was able to support it a bit.
Sounds good. Yeah, I've always wondered what those kind of swanky glass garage doors cost. I figured they weren't cheap.
They're not.
Although I think it was in today's paper, there was an article about a shortage of garage doors right now. So
No, in fact, it was ordered, I think 3 months ago, and I still don't have any arrival time. So,
Yeah.
really,
yeah.
so we've moved from toilet paper to garage doors.
Uh-huh.
Sounds good. Does anybody have any questions of staff or of our applicant?
So Michael, so it's just on your space, sort of on the far right of the whole building, right?
No, it's actually, it's on the Farm Fresh space.
Oh, it's on the, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's right on the front of the building, the rolling door.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of center front, right?
Yeah, right. I've always liked your space, a really nice, clean design you have in there.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So I don't have any questions otherwise. I like those kind of doors.
Me too. I think it's a big improvement. What happens in this building? I know on the, I guess the east end used to be, maybe it still is, I don't know, Italian exchange thing.
Yeah, we have, we run college study abroad programs in Italy, France, and Spain.
Okay.
And we used to do culinary courses actually
Right.
here on site, connected with the school in Florence that we were working with, but we stopped that because the city or the fire department came in and said we didn't have correct exhaust system.
Yeah. Venting. Yeah. Always been curious what happened in that what happens in that building.
And then Farm Fresh is a clothing company, right?
Clothing
Yeah.
company.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
t-shirts, hats, that kind of thing, sort of marketing tools.
Right.
Gotcha. But not retail sales of those, just
No,
workspace. Yeah, cool. All right. Any other questions and discussions besides my curiosity?
Nope.
All
do you
right.
like tap out before you vote or hang
No,
tight?
no, you can hang tight with us. Seeing there's no more discussion, somebody want to make a motion for approval, please?
Sure, I'll be glad to make the motion to approve allocated city funds, city improvement projects for the project is submitted.
Sounds good. Thank you. And can I have a second, please?
I'll second it.
second it.
Marshall
we have-
can second it.
We have a second and a third.
Right.
Sounds good. I don't think there'll be any further discussion, so let's go ahead and call the question. All in favor, please say aye and raise a hand. Aye.
I,
Okay. I have 4 ayes. And
There we go.
that motion passes.
Thank you
Motion
so
carried.
much, guys.
Thank you,
That's
Michael.
great help. I'm
Looking
gonna
forward to
bow
seeing
out
it.
now. Appreciate it.
Sounds
Thanks,
good. Thanks,
Michael.
Michael. All right. Do we have any other business subcommittee updates? Any subcommittee updates?
oh, well, I'll just report on the Public Art Committee installed some sculpture by Ives, in Ives Park by the Art Center there, which is, a project I talked about before. 8 concrete pads, 4 sculptures were installed for various reasons. We had started with 6, 2. By the time we got it all together, one of the sculptures was sold.
Oh boy.
And one was a miscommunication and never came about. One of them got vandalized the instant it got put on there. It got like tipped over, and even though it was secure but not secure enough, I guess, it got reinstalled and happened again.
Really?
So that sculptor said, okay, I'm out of here. So there's 3 there now. We are doing a sort of second round of a call for entries, which is going to go out this month. And but even the little bit that's there has gotten great feedback, and we're hoping to keep populating the space.
I'll have to get down and check it out. I haven't seen them yet.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah,
Excellent. A little unfortunate about the vandalism, but
it's weird. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really
very strange.
unfortunate. Yeah. So of course, then we have to talk about security cameras and what else do we have to think about?
right.
So that's
All right. Thanks for the update. Appreciate that.
I also
anything-
wanted to mention for the next meeting, we had talked a couple meetings back about the standard conditions of approval that we were going to go through and get all the board's feedback as far as questions, comments for a document that would apply to all projects that would go through a board review, whether it's planning commission, design review board. Planning commission had their meeting 2 weeks ago. Provided some comments for that. I finished up that portion of it, and we'll have that for our next meeting for the group of you guys to go through and provide any comments. I can answer any questions as to what the intent of the document is for, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Sounds good. Look forward to it. All right.
That'll be on the 2nd of
Yes,
March.
March 2nd.
Okay.
Yes.
Great.
That sounds good. Any other business we need to know about?
Any other projects coming along?
What's that?
Any other projects coming along?
We have the Habitat for Humanity has put in for their building or their application for formal submittal. We provided their completeness review last week, and once that's comes back in, I believe that'll go to the Planning Commission first for the use permit and tentative map, and then City Council, and then to the Design Review Board for the design review portion of it and the tree removal protection plan. I know that this group had seen kind of the preliminary stages last year and took in a bunch of the feedback that both the Planning Commission and DRB gave on concerns with, you know, parking and other things like that, and building layout. So that's the next major project that I have on the plate. And
Any news about the hotel?
I have news.
Go ahead, Lars.
So Carrie and I were talking about this and just getting this, you know, sort of scary, sneaky suspicion that it would never happen. Because I don't know if you guys saw, but they're putting into the, you know, preliminary review in Healdsburg for H4, we could call it. So I wrote to Cersei Scher, the developer, and I also wrote to the architect, actually, and they both assured me it will start construction this summer.
Really?
That's their plan. Like, they're sort of finalizing the financing, and the architect said that they've been asked to just do some pretty minor tweaks to the interiors, but they're all excited. It sounds like they're all pretty confident it's going to start.
That's
So
fantastic news.
it is, and my kind of theory with that kind of thing is, if we all start saying that to everybody around town, it'll happen, as opposed to everybody saying, "Oh, it's never going to happen," right? And then it doesn't happen.
I'm with you. Positive energy.
Positive energy.
Exactly.
So
That's
that's
fantastic.
what I know. Yeah.
All right.
Big deal.
Then I think we're good. Thanks, everybody.
All right.
Yeah. Well,
Thanks, Ted.
thank you,
Ted.
Ted. Yeah. Thanks, John.
Thank you,
Hey,
Barry.
Um,
Marshall.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everybody. Appreciate
See you
it.
guys next time. Bye.
Bye.